Buying enterprise software can be tough, and living with an aging enterprise platform or a new system that turned out to be a poor fit is simply painful. Spotting the signs that it's time to move on from that platform and find something new isn't easy, unless you know where to look. So, let's start looking. Here's a simple enough question for you. Has it been 2 years or more since the last major platform release from your ECM vendor? Now, I'm not talking about service packs or feature packs, service updates, or all the other smaller iterations that come out through the year. We're talking about a release that actually changes the numbers to the left of the dot. We're talking from moving from 8 to 9, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, or whatever those numbers might be. Think about it. Building and releasing new software products, or new versions of existing software products, is really expensive. It's also pretty risky. You put a plan together, you pay a bunch of people to code an application, and you predict you can make good money from that release of that new product. I mean, let's take a look at Facebook, arguably the most extensively used software platform on the planet. 1.1 billion monthly active users, and they're still not making a profit today. Anyway, this story is not about Facebook. This story is about your enterprise content management platform. And let's face it, the likelihood is your ECM platform isn't a new product. And what if your platform's owners decided that it's time to get back the investment they put in so long ago? Well, how would they do it? They really wouldn't have to do very much at all. The first thing they would do is just to continue doing business as usual. As long as you keep paying your support and maintenance bills, they'll keep taking your money. After all, it's a mature, stable product, and providing no one does anything crazy, it's really unlikely that anything's going to break, and they probably won't have to burn through too many support hours. Doing less with a product certainly costs less, and releasing a new version of an enterprise software platform can get very expensive. So, what do you think they're going to do? Maybe you used to have a new version every 12 months, but more recently things have started to slip. We see this all the time. Maybe 12 months is now 18 months. Maybe it's 24 months, 36, longer. Aside from how often the platform's released, let's start looking at the depth of the release. Because in many ways, the depth of the release is more important than how often something is released. What are you actually getting in that new version? We've all noticed how a bag of chips seems to contain more air and less, well, chips these days. And for many ECM customers, the same could be happening with the products they use. Take a look at the next release of your platform to determine what really changes in the core functionality and architecture. Those are the areas that are the most expensive and risky to update. And vendors looking to cut costs, vendors looking to end-of-life platforms, that's really where they're going to start putting in the effort and the investment. Next, we've got a subject called Going Airline. Remember all those great tools, features and updates that you used to take advantage of when a new version of the product came out? Well, some of those features might still be there, might still be coming out in new releases, but they're no longer free. Your vendor's going to be asking you for all kinds of purchase orders to cover those seemingly inexpensive add-on features you'd previously gotten at no extra cost. None of these tactics are top secret or particularly innovative, but they are very effective when executed by seasoned sales and marketing teams. So, ask yourself, how many of these tactics have you seen in action over the last couple of years? We're hoping the answer's none. But at the end of the day, regardless of how often a platform's released and regardless of what's in that release, it all comes down to understanding how much value you're getting from your ECM system today. If the value is still there and the support and maintenance costs are still bearable, there might be a good argument to stretch that platform out for a couple more years. If, however, your business is being limited by the platform and the firm's paying for support and maintenance in a system really not providing the same level of value that it did, it might be time to start evaluating your options.